Yo, what's going on? So, during this week, I've been doing a lot of things just to kind of relax my mind. This is one of them, kind of like a video diary, if you will, or a journal, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, after hearing all the things that we as a people have gone through, and reading the books, I realized something about myself. It's like, I always kind of shied away from some books that I know will get me mad, or some movies that I know will get me mad. And I gave it the excuse that I work with white people, so I don't want to see how they treated us. I don't want to hear about how they treated us, or how they still do treat us, because I got to provide, and I can't provide being mad, being hateful. And that was the guise that I was going under. But in all actuality, I just didn't want to be responsible. I didn't want to be responsible for it. I didn't want to be accountable for it. That is what you're accountable for. You know what I'm saying? If you know something is right, but you choose to do it wrong, you're accountable for that. That's what I believe, at least. If you don't know it, if you don't know what's right or wrong, if you do something wrong, you're not accountable because you didn't know it was right or wrong, depending on what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't want to be accountable for it. It's heavy. It's despicable. It's disgraceful. And I didn't want to shake my faith, because a lot of the people who follow this practice of discriminatory behavior profess the same faith that I profess. In fact, the funniest thing about it, 1611, the King James version of the Bible came out. 1619, they're bringing slaves over to America. After they have the word in their language, they have Jesus' teachings. And they use not only his teaching, but Paul's teachings and all the apostles' teachings to give foundation, give reason, to put human beings who look exactly like them, just a different color, in chains, and still subjugate us to such racisms. I mean, the college education process is just another way to cut out people from working. You have to have a master's for this. Even though all a master's does, it really doesn't do much. It's another trophy and another significant thing to say, oh, I've studied long. I can reason. I can research. I can write. That's all it proves. Because when you get to your job, they're going to show you what you're going to have to do. There's going to be tasks that you may not have went to school for. Unless you went to a trade school. And even then, you have to learn how your business is going to run. So, you look at everything around, and it's frustrating. How can you not be frustrated? Like, it is by really the subjugation and the constant belittling that black and the division that they've caused within our own, that there hasn't been a revolt. Because we can't get it together. We can't come on one accord. And so I've been all over the world. And no matter where I've gone, when one group of people had a problem, they grouped together and they attacked the problem. You see that with Hispanic folks. You see that with Asian folks. You see that with white folks. You see that everywhere but in the American black community. And it's true. We'll get together for crimes. We'll get together for parties. We'll get together to turn up. But when it comes to really fully getting together to stand against, we latch on to whatever keeps us. You get what I'm saying? So if we think that us being a part of it is going to cost us our job, we're going to choose our job over the thing. If we feel like it's going to get if joining together is going to make it more uncomfortable, we're not going to. We don't want to see each other get higher than the other person. And that's something that was trained. That was something that's taught. It's part of the branding. It's part of the branding. But it shouldn't be. We know it. We just don't come together on it, man. And it sucks because guess what? We win. I mean, come on. We will win. Why would they work so hard? Why would they work so hard to make us feel this bad? Or to do these things? You don't worry about people. You don't do that to people unless, guess what? You know that they can beat you. You don't divide people if you think that not dividing them is gonna. That you don't divide people unless you realize that they are too powerful together. You don't belittle people and continue to subjugate people and continue to harass people, innocent people, if you don't think that what they do would matter. I mean, you don't keep them in impoverished neighborhoods if you don't think that them doing what they have to do is going to be stronger or better. You don't do the things that they've been doing to us. So, don't you realize that? I don't know, nobody's going to see this, but, you know what I mean? Like, bro, the things that they did to us is because they scared. And that's facts. Bro. And that's the thing about it, man. It's the frustrating part about it. It's the frustrating part about it. If we can get over our own personal differences with each other and bind together, we wouldn't have. Believe me, look at that. They're scared of our children. Scared to the point that they have to use lethal force. For real, of kids. Of kids. They scared of our kids, bro. Especially black men. I'm an endangered species, and I know that. It's a damn shame. I gotta be thankful that I can go across the street in my neighborhood without being pulled over by a cop or something. It's only by the grace of God, bro. Not knowing if hey man, if I go out to the store, that might be the last time I go to the store because I'm a black man. Come on, bro. That shit is trash. Shit is fucking trash, bro. We got to do better, but it's not on us. If we bind together, bro, it's a wrap. We got the strongest people in the world on us. We're the wisest. We're fucking built for this, bro. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. One voice, one fight, man. Let's do this.